Hello traders, this is another video about DAX for the October the 25th. This in front of us is the updated chart with zones that I have posted this morning before the open. In this chart I forgot to plot this final zone, but then I did it later in another tweet. This was yesterday low and there is a zone here. The main resistance for today was this 210 to 235, and this 11,000 line represents not just a big round number, but a reference point, which is basically the middle of the hole that started to fill that 600 point hole between 1080 and 11,400. And that is the middle of that area. Today we had main refinancing rate and also ECB press conference. So what was today, what was the opportunities? Market opened, and then after the open it started to climb. After this first period of chop in pre-market, they started at the open pretty decisively to move to the upside, and then I said that it looks to me like they want to test cash close at least, and that is what they did. So first opportunity to be involved in regarding the zones in this trade, day trading for today, was to attempt a short here in this zone, but then to really be careful, because on the ECB days and also yesterday we had a really big move, more than 300 points to the downside, and usually when you have expansion on the range, that doesn't continue the next day. Next day is usually is a pullback or a sideways action, something like that. Market is usually digesting a big move. There is less odds for continuation than to just go sideways. And if you did this trade, I did it myself. And then I tweeted that I don't like this price action, because price immediately made a move, like a 25-30 points move, and then starts to consolidate and slowly grinding higher. And that is something that you really don't want to see if you are short. And you don't really want to see this kind of movement. And then I pulled my stop closer, and that was a very small loss. Then another opportunity was here to short this zone, this minor zone, because this minor zone is not just a resistance zone, it is also in confluence with the Fib retracement. As you can see, this is right at the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement. But that also didn't provide a big reward. It was just good for like 25-30 points. And at the end there was this opportunity here on the soon after the US market opens, when the price made a pullback to the next minor zone, which was also in confluence with the Fib, but this time of this move, of this upswing. As you can see, it was the halfback of the up move from today. So that was the opportunity here to go long. And now it's 7:20 p.m. Market really didn't make some kind of surprising big move on the ECB. It happens sometimes, and you can see I encourage you to see how last press conference looked like. You can see on any let's say on Forex Factory or on any economic calendar, you can see history of the ECB press conference releases, and plenty of times this is like a non-event, nothing much happened. But on this date, June 14, that there was a big reaction. This is the picture of the June the 14th. As you can see, there was a good visible resistance here, and market was trying to break above it, made a false breakout, then made a series of higher lows, waiting for the ECB announcement, and then they moved 280 points to the upside when Mario Draghi said something that market liked, obviously, but as plenty of the news-driven moves didn't last much, it was retraced completely, and then market fell 2 days later. So this was one of the examples what can happen on the ECB press conference. Back to the charts now. After this move, and it would be really, prudent of you, if you are going along here, to close your order in this minor zone, expecting maybe a pullback or a chop, and it was first a small pullback, then market continues to grind up, and now it's just sitting there. On the larger time frames, really nothing has changed much. This is what I was talking about this 11,000 level, this is in the middle of this hole that is filled now to the half. As you can see, markets are fractal, and this here was one trading range. It was broken falsely to the upside. That trading range was broken, tested, continuation, broken trading range. So this here, this was previous trading range that has a clean breakdown and no overlapping ranges, and now we was in this trading range which had broken, and then price is back inside of it. So market is now in some kind of neutral phase, and this here is a main resistance for now, and this 11,500 is because if market continues to stay below, that is in my opinion a weak market. Below 500 market is weak, and sellers have the upper hand still, because nothing much has changed on the daily chart. We can still expect that maybe the market will go here to the end of this, to the 800. Okay, I'm feeling a bit sick today, so that is all for me for this video. I wish you good trading and a good night.